Hey, Aries Dragon, Pigeon Mac. I love it. Oh, no worries, no typing here. I'm just, well, I was making pho, and I'm still making pho. It's right here. Here, I'll show you. Ooh. It's so hot, and it's gonna be so good. I'll have a video, a little bit of preparations later. And I was just gonna come hang out and see who's out there and then who's hanging out. Dawn Marie, oh my goodness, it was so good to see you earlier today on the live stream. That was really nice. And I usually do fermentation sometimes. I have the fermenting jars, and today we're gonna make some cabbage and Persian cucumbers. Hey TF. All right, so I was making pho earlier, and I'm still making it. It's still in the process. It's like 4-hour long process, and by the time we're done with this, it's probably gonna be done. And I just wanted to come and hang out and say hi to everybody. And in my kitchen, this is my kitchen. I love this kitchen. Love it, love it, love it. So I'll show you the fermenting jars. So these are the fermenting jars that I use. They are my favorite jars, and they are Kinley fermenting crock. I don't know if I'm gonna sing while I'm cooking. I'm not a good singer. I'm just kind of like, well, I saw like some people, I don't know, like maybe we can sing a couple songs. So I cleaned these earlier. They should be good to go. We're gonna just dry them out a little bit. And let's see. Oh, so these fermenting jars, they have these clay weights. They're amazing because that way you don't want anything to be exposed. So you want it to nice sink to the bottom. So that way there's gonna be no oxygen coming from the outside, so it prevents the mold, right? All right, so set these aside. So this is a lid for the fermenting jar, and it has a little notches at the end, so that way the stuff can actually get exposed. Okay. I don't know, like, what am I gonna sing for you guys? Let's see. Okay, so first we'll start with cabbage. Let me. Alright, so when you're fermenting things, when I ferment stuff, you always want to use fresh. So I just bought this yesterday, and then you can tell it's nice, very fresh. You don't want to use anything that's wilted or anything because you can introduce bad bacteria, and you don't want to use that. So always use fresh, and that's how I always do it. Let's see. And we're also gonna do some cucumbers and separate things. So these are Persian cucumbers I like to use. I soak them in a cold water in the fridge overnight to get rid of some of the bacteria and everything that can collect on them. So we're gonna rinse them off later. Let's see, what else? So we're gonna start with this first. I don't know, can you guys see good? Yeah, perfect. Cabbage. Yeah, I can see the chat too and everything in here. This is phenomenal. Let's come hang out with me in the kitchen. Let's rinse them off. That's my sink right here. Let's rinse this off. So The kitchen that we got is actually one of my favorite kitchen. Like, we designed it our own. We designed like everything in the kitchen with the cabinets. I was lucky enough to sell my condo. So I was lucky enough to sell my condo, and we were able to use the money from the condo to actually develop this wonderful kitchen in the new house. There you go. I need to get better knives. So the kitchen's actually designed as a European. Thanks. So it's designed as a European cabinet. So they open up like this, and we love it. So here I'll show it a little bit out. So we have this island. And it was just, when we moved into this house, the kitchen was terrible, and I love to cook. It's a small hobby of mine. Thank you. Yeah, like, it has a lot of natural light, and that's one thing that I like absolutely love about this. So we have our bowl, so we can, okay. And then, so basically, you know, it's actually really hard for me to explain like how I cook things or how I prepare stuff. It's very just like I do it like naturally. Let's see. So first we're gonna cut this piece off. So these pieces, we're cutting them off. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. You know, I used to really dislike Mondays. Oh, so the cabbage, we're just gonna shred it. Let's see. Hello, Patty. Let's see. All right, there you go. So that way you can guys see it. So cabbage, what I usually do is just shred it like this. Start at the bottom. Yeah, or sometimes you can just cut it lengthwise. Really doesn't matter, it's just preference. But what do you want to do? Use fresh veggies and everything. So I want to get a little bit better at explaining about like how I cook and what I make and that kind of stuff, because cooking has been always my passion. It just, I do it for fun, and I do it for the family, and I do it just because it's fun. I really need to get better knives. So I used to really hate Monday. Among many Zanome talents and skills, she can cook too. My mom and my grandmother taught me how to cook, so we cooked a lot of traditional dishes back in the day. And yeah, among many talents. Well, life is fun. Life is fun. You gotta have hobbies. You gotta have anything that brings you satisfaction. Anything that just put your mind at ease. When I was deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan, because we were eating at the dining facilities over there, or MREs, meals ready to eat, which are just absolutely, dining facilities were pretty good, but eating MREs all the time just kind of was not good. So we got really invented with our cooking. I had a roommate. She was Filipino, and we were able to get some spices and everything from the dining facility and some chicken. So we were making chicken adobo in our trailer that we lived in Iraq. That was really cool. Oh, make a bologna sandwich. Hey, Red Eye Patriot. How's everybody doing today? Because I'm doing just wonderful. Yeah, so I said earlier that I was making pho and everything. It's still simmering. Pretty soon, in about in about like 45 minutes. I'm gonna have to strain it and make sure it tastes good, make sure it's good for everything. So yeah, she taught me how to make chicken adobo in Iraq, and we were cooking in a trailer because I got this little burner, and it's really just kind of small things in life, really cute and small things in life that you learn all throughout the years. So also cooking, like making food for my family, it helps me concentrate, because I'm literally just concentrating on the food versus doing anything else with my mind, like my racing mind. So cooking is a skill, and I don't know, is it a talent? I think it's just a skill that you can learn. Everybody can learn to cook. You don't have to be extremely talented to learn how to make stuff. Right now we're just making fermented stuff, fermented cabbage and fermented cucumbers. Where's Hazi? Hazi! You guys want to see Hazi? All right, hold on a second. Let's turn you around. There he is. He's enjoying the sunshine. Say hi, Hazi. He's so cute. All right. So yeah, like it's a Monday. I was teleworking earlier, and now just kind of listening to some Hawaiian reggae in the background and fermenting things and making pho. So pho is, let's see. By the sound that you were chopping cabbage, I was just getting ready to ask. Yeah, Hazi's so cute. All right, so what's good is food, any type of food. So I'm the type of person that like to taste different foods and different foods from different cultures. And what I do is, if we go out to the restaurant and I order something, I'm like, oh, that's really tasty. I wonder how you can make it. So I always try to come home and recreate of what I ate at the restaurant. And you know, you find recipes online, you try out different things, different ingredients. So there's this one store that I absolutely love. It's a 99 Ranch. It's this Asian market, and they have so many good things. And I just want to like wander through the aisles and check out like all kinds of different things that you want to make with this stuff. Because it's just, you know, curiosity. Curiosity did not kill the cat. Let's see. My favorite is Thai food. Oh, I love Thai food. Zaname makes Carho. There's a good friend of mine, and he's also veteran. That's awesome. That is great. Tell him thank you for his service. So Thai food, I absolutely love Thai food. Pad Thai is one of my recipes that I think I have perfected, well, to my own liking. I don't know if it's the recipe, the proper recipe or anything. But pho ga, or beef pho, well, which today I was making beef pho. Beef pho is one of my favorites. So Wayne is part Vietnamese, and his mom makes an amazing pho, and I always wanted to recreate his mom's recipe, but she never got around to teach me. But it's okay. And then I was like, you know what? One day I'm gonna try out making my own. And about 6 months ago, I made it, and I was like, this is not that hard. Let's see, larb ga. What is larb ga? Huh. I don't Interesting. All right. So I want to check it out. I know ga is chicken, right? And Vietnamese. So let's see. I wonder how many trolls I try to see if I can chop my fingers off. That's funny. Yeah, but cooking, it's just, I get lost in my head, and that's why I decided to, like, let me see if I can just stream it to see if anybody comes in and says hi, and while I'm getting lost in my thoughts while cooking and talking to everybody. Love it. Yes, I'm chopping cabbage. Some cabbage ASMR for you guys right there. Lettuce wraps. Lettuce wraps. I love lettuce wraps. You know, I actually make really good Vietnamese spring rolls with the rice paper. So I had one of our first dates Wayne took me onto. It was to a Vietnamese restaurant, to this Vietnamese restaurant in Oakland. And I was like, okay, well, I love Vietnamese food. And then they had this 7-course beef meal. Whoa, 7-course beef meal? But you cook your own meat. Like you cook your own beef right there. So we got, the fundraiser was great. We raised about $500, but we still have a couple months to go. And we're gonna do a little bit more fundraising. It's gonna be a little bit more stream, maybe sell off some of the toys that my mom made. So we're trying little by little. You know, the channel is not that big, and there's not a lot of people actually watching us right now, and it's good. It's quiet. I like it, and really trying to get out there and then advertise it a little bit more of what efforts we're doing. Thank you, Patty. Thank you. You know, I like hanging out with all of you. That way we can have like little talks and chit chats and everything. Yeah, so fundraising, mom is not leaving until April, and so we just have a little bit more time. Let's see. I can drop a link. Where's my rag? So I can drop a link in the chat if anybody wants to share, see how far we can go with that. Let's see. Where did the link go? Okay, I'm trying to drop a link over here. Let me see if I can find it. I got my laptop. Yeah, we're streaming it through the phone today too, so which is pretty neat. Let's see, there it is. There's the link. So if any of you want to share it, that'll be absolutely wonderful. This is just a small portion to something really good. Advertise on a Thursday Veterans panel. Yeah. It's up to you. I'm not gonna be asking. I'm not gonna be asking for anybody like really advertising it, but really anything helps, and it's gonna be up to all of you. If you want to support a really good cause. Let's see. Okay. So, cabbage, right? Okay. Did you color your hair or is it the lighting? No, It's like one of those spray paint spray paint color things. All right, so for the cabbage, you need lots of salt, but not too much, not too overpowering. Let's check this. Oh, also since I'm doing the cabbage, I'm doing the cucumbers as well. For the cucumbers, because I'm multitasking as I'm like here in the kitchen. For the cucumbers, and then you always want to use filtered water because the chlorine water kills the natural bacteria in fermenting process, so you don't ever want to use the chlorinated water always. So for the cucumbers, I boiled some of the filtered water, and I'm gonna add some more to make it room temperature because it's easier to dissolve the salt and everything too. All right, so this is good. So this is my pot for the cucumbers. Yeah. What? Venezione just became a sponsor? It's cool. I like having you guys over here. So salt, I added to the taste. You want to have like a really nice brine, but you don't want it to be overpowering brine. So I always just add it to the taste. I know people always say like, oh, you should, thank you, Vision. You're amazing. You're amazing hanging out over here. So, what was I gonna say? Anyways, I know you're supposed to have like all these measuring cups and all of this other stuff, but I don't know. I tried measuring cups, but I was like, oh. So I always go for the taste. I always go if it's gonna be good, if it's not gonna be good. All right, let's see if it's too salty. A little bit more. Because remember, we're gonna add more water to it. So you want it to be like nice and salty, but not like overpowering salty to the point where it's like, oh, I can't stand it. And if you dissolve the salt, plus if you add too much salt, your cucumber is not gonna brine. And then if you add not enough salt, you may be able to like introduce in the bacteria into the brine as well. So let's try this out. Perfect. Because that way now we're just gonna dilute it to get it to the room temperature. A little bit more water. Okay. So my little secret for the brine is actually apple cider vinegar. So apple cider vinegar, that's my little secret for the brine for the pickles. I know some people say like, oh, you shouldn't be using vinegar or anything else, but it's your brine. It's about like having a bacteria grow nicely and everything, if you ever wanted to. So I just add like a little dash of it. Like I said, I don't use measuring cups. And it has like nice aroma. So it's now our brine is ready. Okay, it's a bit warmer than I want it to be, so we're just gonna let it sit for a little bit. And then by the time I get to my cucumbers, if my brine is too warm, because you want it to be at room temperature, if it's too warm, I just add ice cubes. Alright, so speaking of salting things, now we go to our cabbage, right? Let's see. if you guys can hear it, but I have like a little reggae, Hawaiian reggae on the back. So for the cabbage, with this you want to squeeze out as much juices out of the cabbage as you can, and obviously you need a little bit of salt. And this one is for the taste. So the cabbage is for the taste with the salt. All right, and then you can add any other spices to it, anything else you want. I like mine simple. So basically you just kind of like, right? You can use this, you can use your hands, but you want to get as much water out of the cabbage as you can. So I like to use this at first, just kind of like pound it down, you know. Hey, for everybody else who stopped by here earlier, that's pretty awesome. Thank you so much. We're just hanging out in the kitchen and doing amazing things. Let me wash my hands. Alright, so I think actually pho is going to be ready soon. And then after I'm finished with the cabbage and cucumbers, I'm going to tell you about the pho ingredients. Well, actually, we can talk about it right now while I'm doing this. So you want to mix it in nicely. Pho ingredients are really simple, and basically you have your bones, your beef bones. That's for the beef pho, right? You have your beef bones. You can use tripe if you want. Oxtails, I always put oxtails in my pho. And oh yeah, so for the cabbage, if you are mixing it all together, like I mixed with the salt and everything, so just kind of like squeeze it out, because we want to get all those juices in our brine for the cabbage. It's gonna make some good sauerkraut. So you use oxtails. I use oxtails, and you can get flank steak and cut it up. At the store, they can cut it up for you really small, because those are the rare pieces that you put into your pho. So for the broth, I like to use pho packages. There are so you can get these like at the Asian stores. They're just mixed spices. It's already pre-made. It's got like a little pouch in here. Lori's World. Oh, Lori. Hi, Lori. Welcome. Welcome to my kitchen. Yeah. So we're just like doing coming soon, cooking with Zan on the Food Network. I love to cook. I do. I'm not a really good measure person. I'm not really good like saying like exactly what do you need. Just kind of like, okay, well, this tastes wonderful. This tastes great. So right now, hi Millsong. So I'm good, Lori. Today's Monday. I was teleworking, I made it perfect so that way I can actually make some pho. The weather's outside is perfect, and it's just overall a really good Monday. And I used to hate Mondays until I changed my mind, and now I hate Sundays instead of Mondays. So with this cabbage, you see how it's getting like mushy and mushier? So you really want to get those juices out, because that's what's going to help you to brine the cabbage. And that's what's going to make it like nice and crispy. So you just add salt to the taste. Let's see is it good enough? Could use a little bit more salt. Because remember, we're making sauerkraut. Or brined cabbage. There you go. And brine cabbage usually takes about 5 to 10 days to make. It depends on the taste that you wanted. And I have a fermenting jars. That's the brown thing on the counter. That's a fermenting jar. Hey, Mama. You want to say hi to some people? You know, they're like saying, coming soon. Xana's kitchen.
I'm here.
Do you like my food?
It's yummy.
Mom, would you say I'm a good cook?
She is.
Yeah, my mom's a really good cook too. I just kind of got lucky, but I think it's like one of those things where you can learn how to cook. You can really learn if you're very practical. If you like very practical and you have to measure it. There are so many recipes out there. I do measure. But I like for the taste. So I start small, and I add more if it needs to be. So I taste my food all the time. Oh, so my mom has this best friend, Chef Debbie, and back in Ohio, and Chef Debbie taught me a lot of science behind food and science. Thank you, Mel. Yeah, the kitchen. Mom and I designed the kitchen together. So, yeah, Chef Debbie taught me a lot about science behind food and what you can like. How different salts work, how fermentation process work. So that was really, really cool. I miss Debbie. All right, you want to taste it? See if it's not too salty? Mom. Too salty? Yeah, it's perfect, right? All right, so we're getting the juices going. See? When your mom is there, do another cooking stream. What you wanna do a cooking stream? My mom's right here right now. We can do another cooking stream. Why not? I don't know. Hey, you know what? So this channel calls things that you might want to know, and cooking is probably one of those things that you might want to know. All right, let's see. So I love eating fresh. I love eating, making stuff from scratch if I can, and like it's nice. It's nice to purchase certain things that you can already make and everything, but I really like just doing everything from scratch. Like I even try to bake my own bread. Gotta feed the fur babies. Oh, thank you, Lori. Go feed the fur babies. Ours are already asleep. Well, Hazmat's enjoying the sunshine right now. Yeah, some things like, it's so funny. It gets so hot in Iraq that we actually like put aluminum foil on top of our Humvee and a little bit of butter and fried up an egg on top of the Humvee. That was kind of interesting. Things that you do for fun and things that you take for granted sometimes, like actually homemade meals or eating with real silverware instead of plastic ones. All right, so the cabbage is ready to go. The salty brine is in here. Bye, Lori. Okay, so we have, these are my fermenting jars. Fermenting jars are phenomenal. So what do you do with the so you have a lid, right? And then the lid has like a little things here for burping. Well, burping as in like natural fermentation process happens, and the gases have to escape somewhere to keep the oxygen actually lower than it really is within the water, and so that way you don't introduce more bacteria. So if you really seal your fermenting jar completely, then you can create an explosion with your fermenting jar. What? Oh, the toys? Alright. Oh, you made some new toys?
Yeah.
Well, do you want to bring it over here? So I cleaned them and sanitized them earlier. They just have a little bit more water left than I wanted to because this is a chlorinated water. So we're just gonna, here. So Mama made these new toys. They're so cute.
And this one.
And then a little monkey. Oh, she made this one during a stream, during the last stream that I did. All right, so I think we're ready to go with this. And so basically you have all the liquids in here. You just kind of like shove it into the fermentation jars. You can add like a little bit of apple cider vinegar, but I don't to my cabbage. My cabbage is very simple. You can add like any kind of spices to it if you want. I like to make a very simple one because you can actually cook it. I smoked my cabbage, well, my fermented cabbage, and it actually ended up extremely good. So it was so good. Yeah, I got into like smoking too on the grill. So as you can see, there's like liquid in here, and we want that liquid. This is what's gonna start our fermentation process. All right, here we go. We'll get a little bit more liquid in there. So in here, once we put it in, Hazi will steal those. Yeah, he would. Yeah, anything that's stuffed that Hazi thinks is his. Okay, so now since the cabbage is in here, what we need to do is pack it down as tight as you can into the fermenting jar. I love these jars. I got them on Amazon for like, I think they were like $25 or something. So you want to get it as tight as you can. Nope. I don't know if you guys gonna be able to see this or anything, but here. So cabbage is nice in there, packly tight, away from the light. You can, it doesn't really matter about the light, but I like these because they're nice and clay. And it makes me feel so old school by actually doing this because like they're nice and okay. So these right here are weight jars. So what do? You put them in here and then you add your liquid because you don't want your cabbage to get exposed to the oxygen that is outside. So you put the weight jars in. So you put the weight jars in there. See the weight jars? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna be here for a while because we still have cucumbers and Dave, welcome. And we still have, the soup is cooking. So we're gonna have to, it's pho. So, all right. So now we need filtered water. So when you add the water into these jars, you don't want to hit the middle because there's a hole in there. So you don't want to hit the middle part because the middle part is where the cabbage is. So you don't want to disturb it. So you want to just pour it just enough so you can cover, let's see, just enough so you can cover actually the clay pots things. Not too much, but just enough. So let's see if you can see. So they're just enough. So there are like little floaters in there from the cabbage. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fish those out. Let's see, where's my tools? All right, so we're just gonna like fish those out a little bit because we don't want any bad bacteria to be in there. They're not very many. Some of them will fall eventually, but the little pieces, we don't want any kind of cross-contamination or anything. Okay, so that's done. And you go, you close it. Let's see. I'm looking for a marker to mark my stuff. Usually have one in here. Mom, do you know where the markers are at? Okay, can't find a marker, but I think I found a pen. I'm still here with you guys, don't worry. Alright, pen would work. So what I do is, because I have the similar jars, let's see, let's move you up a little bit. I need to get a little bigger tripod. Okay, so I have similar jars, so what I do, I just like mark them, and then I put a time and date, so that way I know exactly. So right now it's 4/20. What's today's date? That's funny. I don't remember today's date. Oh, come on. February 6th. February 6th, 23. And, oh, I need to put that's cabbage. Because we're about to do cucumbers. There you go. And then just like slap it on like this. Now I know that's my cabbage and the date and stuff. Oh, thank you. Oh, thanks. It's a little bit different, you know, it's pink instead of purple. I like to switch it up. Hey, Alex. I'm great. We're actually making some fermented stuff. All right, so now we have this jar, and I put it like all the way to the top, so let's see. So this was cabbage, and the cabbage usually takes between 5 to 10 days. It depends on the temperature of your house or your kitchen. Then you just kind of like test it out on a day 3 and to see. So usually. Cabbage is done. See, that was simple. It was really simple. All right, let's get some of this sparkly water. So now we're gonna do cucumbers. All right, let's see. Hold on just 1 second. Multitasking over here. Yeah. Oh, are you making it from scratch? That's pretty awesome. I just got this meat grinder attachment for my KitchenAid, and I can't wait to start making sausage. I just need to find some sausage skins. 300 pounds of sausage. That's amazing. Like, this is good stuff. Yeah, what kind of sausage are you making? So let's get you guys over here. Breakfast sausage. That's cool. Yeah, I really wanted to try my meat grinder. Because it's never had, well, I had a meat grinder when I was a kid. My grandmother had it. but I've never had it, right? So I got this KitchenAid for my birthday, and it's perfect. Like we got all kinds of attachments already, and my next attachment that I really want to do is pasta. I want to try to never made my own homemade pasta, but I really want to try to make my own homemade pasta, so that's pretty neat. Let's see. Mama said you make me hungry. Yeah, I really want to try like homemade pasta, so I think next one is definitely gonna be pasta. Maybe we can do a stream about homemade pasta too. I've been really getting into making bread, but for some reason my bread is not turning out as good. I actually did, yeah, I think I'm just too scatterbrained sometimes for this kind of stuff, but you know what, we will learn it. It's a learning experience. All right, cucumbers. Thank you, Alex. Thanks. It's really nice to just be here and hanging out with all of you guys. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I love aroma of fresh bread. And I think, you know, I made bread and it ended up being really bad. Well, not really bad, but I was able to salvage it. So what I did, I deep fried the inside of it. So it was like a deep fried bread balls, and they were really, really good. One, you can't hear me. Refresh. Oh, put one in the chat for Mozaname cooking streams. Okay, I guess we can do spontaneous anime cooking streams. Yeah, I guess that's what everybody likes to. I do have a beautiful kitchen for it, so maybe we could. See. You guys are funny. Yeah, the kitchen's great. Hi Vidal, thank you. We designed this kitchen ourselves. So it's got these right here, these shelves right here. It's actually, I was able to find this company that's making from reclaimed barn wood, and they've reclaimed barn wood from Amish people. So they are made with it's a Japanese style of a sealant with a neem oil. Because neem oil like helps to prevent it and preserve it, and they're really good for the kitchen because they're easier to clean. Used to own Ron Albanian Bakery, will never forget. Oh, I love the aroma of bread, right? Floating shelves are amazing, and they're very sturdy. Actually, this tile right here, I did it myself. I laid this tile myself. Yeah, so, you know, live and learn. Okay, cucumbers. So, I like to use Persian cucumbers. You can use like any type of cucumbers and everything. And, oh, what is the smiley face thing? A timer? It is a timer. It's a nice little timer, I love it. I had this timer since high school. So Persian cucumbers, they're nice, but you have to kind of like soak them overnight in a cold water because they tend to get little, just like little waxy on the outside, and this is what you want to get it out. So let's try this. More talents. No, it's not really more talents. It's about willingness to learn. It's about like really learning some stuff. Oh, don't look at my kitchen sink right now. It's absolutely terrible. But that's my kitchen sink. I love it. So I'm really lucky to be able to, I'm really lucky to be able to do this kind of stuff. Like to be able to say like, hey, you know, I'm able to provide for my family, and I'm able to like bring you guys here so you can watch me washing the cucumbers. Yeah, so you want to do like a really thorough wash with these cucumbers because they tend to get some slimy stuff on the outside, and this is the bacteria that you don't want. Yeah, so I'm lucky enough that I worked really hard to get to where I'm at, and I've been able to provide for my family like this, and been able to actually coming out of COVID quarantine in a tiny condo and finding a house that we can all enjoy together. So when my mom moved in with me, I lived in a condo. It was my condo. Like, it was my first purchase, my first home. And when she moved in, it was me, Wayne, Mom, and like 2-bedroom condo. It was pretty tight. And so our plan was to look for a house that year, but 2020 hit, so we kind of got stuck in the tiny condo and quarantined. And then we got really lucky, and we're able to purchase this house, and yeah, so be able to like actually purchase the house, like to spread our wings and use the money from the condo to create this beautiful space, because my kitchen was tiny, but I loved every single inch of it, and now I'm loving this one too. Let's see. Knife. We need a knife. Good job. I really need a good sets of knives. Because like the knives I have, they're kind of old, and we have an old tradition, Ukrainian tradition, that you don't purchase knives as gifts, and it's, I don't know, it's superstition or something. So my family doesn't ever want to buy me knives. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll just have to do some research and get some of my own really good knives. So with cucumbers, you want to cut the ends of it, so that way it gets all the juices gets inside as they're fermenting. Let's see. So these were soaking overnight in a refrigerator because you want to get all the slimy gunk off of the Persian cucumbers. That's another thing, is with Persian cucumbers, not a lot of people use it because their skin is very thin, and they get that slimy buildup to protect their skin. And that slimy buildup can introduce bad bacteria into fermentation process. So that's why you want to at least soak them in cold water, and then have them like overnight right before you put them in. So we made the brine, and I'm hoping the brine is already good. Room temperature. You want it room temperature. You don't want it too hot. You don't want to burn up good bacteria, and then start the fermentation process. So it's I believe it calls lactose fermentation.
Alex want to make you knife.
What?
Alex want to make you knife.
Wait, Alex, you want to make me a knife? Oh my god, that would be amazing. I don't know, like I like butcher knives. I like these knives. They're really easy. They're really easy to cut with. That would be phenomenal. Email me. We'll get in touch. You make knives? That's so cool. That is really cool. I love like homemade knives. Anything that I can support a local business or a local artistry, or like any kind of like old school artistry that people tend to forget, I'm 100% for it. Just like, yeah, French knife. So just like these shelves, this is a local business from Pennsylvania. They're doing reclaimed barnwood shelving, and the way they do it is an old tradition style. And I just absolutely love that, because I want to have I want to have in my house, not like cookie cutter things. I want to have something that I can appreciate while I'm holding it, like even the knife, right? I can appreciate, this one is store-bought, but I'd rather get something hand forged or do something in a bit, because every time I use this knife, it's like, yeah, this is, it reminds me of like people and just happiness. Do you still wanna hang out with H-Tunes? Oh, I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, he's a cool guy. I like him. I don't want anything to do it to keep occupied. Oh, I seen the epoxy tables. They're pretty interesting. I make a mess, Dave. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Hey, Spun. Spun that one girl. Woo. Okay, we need dillweed. Mom, no dillweed? Oh, wait, I found it. Alright, so a lot of the foods, I want to do epoxy glitter floors. Ooh, that could be interesting. Okay, so a lot of the foods I like to purchase from the local farmers. I love farmers markets, and it's because it's something, you know, just coming from a farmer's market, and it's like all fresh and it's all local, and I love it, absolutely love it. So dillweed, if you want to rinse the dillweed to clean it, you need to use filtered water. And that's what I'm gonna do with the cucumbers as well. I'm gonna rinse them out in filtered water. Then I might call somebody dillweed. Dillweed. Okay, so the reason you want to rinse it because you don't want to have any chlorine in introducing it into a fermenting process. Just let's see. I'm gonna set this aside with all the filtered water and the cucumbers because we cut the ends of it. Rinse, rinse, rinse. All right, let's see. All right, so we had our brine ready. Let's catch up on the chat really fast. Is she still active duty, guys? Are you talking about here's all dill weeds, all the dill weeds with commentaries? Haters all dill weeds. Hey, that would be kind of fun. Why don't we use that word more often? Dill weeds. Commentaries with dill weeds. All right, let's see. Okay, it's good. Tomato soup too. I'm trying to catch up on your comments because I want to acknowledge you guys because you're hanging out with me here. Let's see, still active duty. Are you talking about me or I'm not active duty? I like some National Guard. I'm actually about to retire in 5 months. Woo! Have some pepper. Well, I wanted to say thank you. Oh, thank you, Alex. Thank you. Yeah. You know, it's been tough 20 years, but it's been 20 years and time to hang up my uniform. I want to dance to this. I have this little reggae playing in the background and I love it. Gets me going. All right, next. All right, so if you're new here, these are my fermenting jars that I use. Oh, that's cool. Hey, you know, thank you for your service too. Yeah, retirement celebration stream. We'll see. Okay, so Kindly fermentation crock. That's the one that I use. Oh, this one still has a little bit of water in it. So those fermentation crocks are amazing. I only have 2 of them, and that's good enough to like make it one batch at a time. Because cucumbers actually surprisingly is going to take 2 days, 2-3 days. So they're not going to take long. Because after that, they're just going to start growing mold. And you know what? We can come back in a couple days and check on them on a live stream. All right, so what do? Just kind of toss all of that in there. I really don't think you get the appreciation you deserve. Nah, you know, it's okay, but thank you so much. It is what it is. People will be people and trolls will be trolls, and well, I'm just here for you. I'm here for you, hang out, we can cook together, we can ferment together, we can just have fun. Because I think it calls IRL. It's in real life. My favorite channel. Thank you. All right, so you put all of the cucumbers in here. See all the cucumbers? All right, so now you put dillweed. Where's my dillweed, people? So what do you want to do? You want to prevent from sinking to the bottom. Let's see. From long time military, I have 1 in National Guard. Oh, that is, I'm proud of them, Patty. I'm proud of them for even doing it. So Alex, email me. Email me at Zaname, it's zaname@zaname.com, and we'll talk about that knife, because that would be awesome. That would be really, really cool if we can collaborate and then get something like this, and it'll be phenomenal, because it'll just make my day. Okay, garlic. So we need garlic. So this right here is good to go. So now it's resting, but really not resting. Just getting it out of the way. All right, so we need garlic. We need lots of garlic. Let's clean that up. And bring it. Thank you, Mel. I actually made wine before. I made wine and I got some, I have carboy. I made mead and I used to grow kombucha as well. And so I made plum wine and that was really, really good. Makes that a model. So I made plum wine before and it was absolutely phenomenal. Oh, so what we're doing right now, we're just peeling garlic. And that was back, it was like a couple years ago when I made it. And I think I want to make it again. You guys want to live stream with me while I make some wine? Or mead, we can make some mead. I'm gonna need lots of honey. I can probably find like a local honey merchant, so we can get some honey and stream it. I don't want to sell it to be cool if she uses it on stream. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use it on stream. Definitely gonna use it on stream, and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, this guy, this one of my fans, that was just one of my supporters, you know, part of the community. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Oh, here, if you're not on Discord, I'll drop a Discord link too. Hold on, let me drop a Discord link for you guys, because I think I want to start putting like some recipes on there too. We're not a cooking channel. We're not a cooking channel. We're just having fun. We're just having fun. Okay, let's see. Yeah, come join our Discord. You know, that's it's just some memes, having fun. There's no trolling, and if you will be trolling, that you get banned from Discord. So that's the rules, right? All right, let's see. Here's a link. If anybody wants to join, they're more than welcome to. Okay. So let's see. Beef stew. Nice. Ooh, beef stew sounds good too. I actually made I made something really fast yesterday because I didn't really feel like cooking. I just wanted to make some angry cooking video. It's on TikTok, the full one. But it was just meat with hold on a second. So it was meat with soy sauce, Hawaiian spice, mixed in with rice in a rice cooker. All right, so we are everything on this channel, and it's not just my channel, it's your guys' channel. We're everything, all the topics, anything you want, it's all right here. And then if we don't care about all the other trolls and anything, we are just on this channel, just to hang out. Yeah, angry cooking video, right? Because how can be, okay, so with a thing, the way I found out to make it easier is actually, and it makes it so easy to peel. So that's how I peel my garlic. Some garlic peeling ASMR right here. See? That's it. So, how do you peel your garlic? Make that again. All right, hold on a second. There you go. Some garlic ASMR for you. So you peel the garlic the same way? That's awesome. Yeah, I found it to be so much easier. I think I saw it like on TikTok. I was like, oh, let me try this one out. So I'm like, oh, okay. I guess it's my favorite method of peeling garlic nowadays. All right, so it's gonna be garlic dill weed, Persian fermented cucumbers. That's what it is. Let's see. I'm starving. I shake my garlic in a jar bowl. Does it really though? I tried, well, a lot of the produce I buy is very fresh. And then like fresh garlic and everything from local farmers. And I tend to find this garlic be really hard to peel in a jar. But if I get like, so these are like tiny pieces, right? But if I get a bigger pieces, hold on a second. My pho is still cooking. We're gonna get to that in a minute. So if I get bigger pieces, and that might work, I'll try it. But you have to like shake it really, really fast. The fresher, the better stick in the stick in the freezer? Okay. Garlic. Ooh, garlic's burning my hands. All right, so after this, we're gonna get to pho, because I have to strain it. I have to taste it, make sure it tastes good, because it's been simmering for like 4 hours now. And we'll get some noodles going and put it all together, and we'll see how it's all good to go. I love pho. I love it so much. See, I don't mess with garlic or onion. I like garlic. I like onions. I like food. I like spicy foods. I like all kinds of foods. Let's see. All right, let's see what else. Usually throw the garlic right in the trash. Hey, that's one way to deal with it, right? Like, oh, get the garlic and boom. That's funny. That's a crime. Yeah. So, you know, my my grandmother always say like, eat piece of garlic before you start getting sick. You know, surprisingly, it actually works. And like, you can eat this. It's a bit spicy, obviously, right? You can eat this raw. But it's gonna make your breath smells like garlic. I think she was trying to prevent me from kissing all the boys when I was younger. So that's why before I go out of the house, I have to eat a piece of garlic. Oh, grandparents. Let's see. All right, so also with the garlic, I'm already started noticing some things. So whenever you ferment garlic, you don't want any kind of like spots right here. So you just want to cut it out, or if you can't, you can just discard that garlic. You want to have like nice, clean, fresh. I always make sure my puree my onion and garlic before cooking for guests who don't like, but they love the taste of invisible bulbs. You know, actually, I really like Japanese black garlic. That's a fermented garlic. But I think, you know what? I bet I can figure out how to ferment that one too. No kisses for you. Nope. No kisses for you with that garlic breath. Yeah, that was really funny, and the fact that like every time I go out of the house, so you don't get sick, eat a piece of garlic. I was like, Now I come to think about it, because she didn't want me to kiss all the cute boys around my school. Yeah. So black garlic, I bet I can make it. I can probably look it up how to ferment garlic. So it's a Japanese black garlic, and it's like rotten in a way, but it's so sweet and so good. I add it to my soups. I add it to any kind of dishes you want to create. All right, let's see this. Okay, so we got some garlic. We're just gonna cut a portion of this out. Yep. Cut the ends off. So garlic is really the last step, and then you just pour the brine in, and the brine contains, the brine has salt, a really good ratio, so it's not too salty, and you don't want it to be under salt, because otherwise it's gonna be able to introduce the bacteria. So the fermenting process, it's through lactate, not like the milk, but there's a, I don't even know how to explain it. There's a process that happens with sugars and a salt, and then the water, and then like all the tannins. Okay, so we dump the garlic in here. Should you use good and rotten in this same sentence? Yeah, when you're talking about black garlic or kimchi is a fermented cabbage, and in a way it is through that process, through that rotting process. Okay, I think we're ready for brine. So brine is room temperature now. Oh wait, do we want to add a little bit of pepper or anything? I think I have some pickling spices. Yeah. Nah, that's okay. Maybe next time. I have some pickling spices. I want to pickle some stuff too. Pickling is so much fun and so easy. Oh, would you look at that? Whoa. That's like a perfect amount of water. Let's see this. Just try to rearrange it, make the garlic go down to the bottom a little bit, and then rearrange it so they're nice, the cucumbers are nice and flat. Okay. Now, we add our weights. Okay. awesome. I think it needs just a little bit more water, just a tid nudge, because to cover enough. Perfect. All right, let's see. There it is. Okay, now we're gonna cucumber. Time is it? 4:50. 4:50. 6 February 22, and it's a cucumber. Cucumbers. You know, make sure they are nice and labeled. All right, let's see. And then put our thing on top. And they are going actually on the other side, right over here. Perfect. Okay, let's get to the pho. So, I like I said, I like to make a bunch of different foods and everything, right? Let me clean this bowl because I'm gonna need these bowls. And one of the ingredients that I actually put into my beef pho is tripe. Tripe. I love me some tripe. So tripe, it's intestines, it's cow intestines. Look at you with the designated spots and everything. just hate when people leave food on them and it's all crusty and won't come off. I am a busy bee tonight. Y'all make the day go better. You guys are awesome. Get some nice music in the background. Okay, I used to work in restaurants for a while. Soaking is magic. Oh, I love tripe. I really do love tripe. Okay, so let me clean these bowls really fast because you always want to keep your kitchen clean. And then we're gonna get to pho because we need to taste it before we get it out there. We need to taste it. We need to make sure all the ingredients set right. And we're gonna use this big bowl for pho. I love these bowls. They're so awesome. These right here. They Wolfgang Puck bowls. I had them for years and years. I was so proud of them when I got my apartment, my first apartment, like long time ago, and I had them forever. And I was just so proud of my Wolfgang Puck bowls. This one's good. Let's try out. I know. Making all kinds of ASMR noises over here. Never heard of tripe. Yeah, so tripe is, I mean, cow stomach. And it's really tasty, it's crunchy. You should boil it in the salty water. And then you can cut it up. I left a little bit for you guys to see how to like cut up the tripe, or how I do it to get more of a noodly consistency. So as I go cooking, I always try to keep my area as clean as possible. Because we're gonna need all of this stuff, and we're gonna use all of this stuff and everything else. Now it's, oh, you don't even want to see my sink right now. Ugh, that's fine. You know, perks of cooking, you gotta have a dirty sink for a little bit and then get all the yummy stuff. All right, so we're gonna need this to keep it through because we're gonna have like vegetables, meat in there, all kinds of yummy stuff. I made it with oxtails, made it with beef bones, all kinds of yummy stuff. I love making pho. It's a process. It's a process, and then you can just do whatever it takes. Okay, so this should be good. So what I do is just like I stack this into here, and this is where the broth is gonna go into, and then we'll filter it, and then I'm gonna filter it for another time when I put it back in a pot. Thank you. I'm trying to be pretty chill, you know, life is short. Life is really short. I've been craving pho for correct. I think that's how you say it. I always been saying pho. I don't eat organ meats. Hey, you guys, don't be dirty in my chat, okay? It's funny. Oh, I love it. I love you guys. Alright, so let me rinse this real fast. So, let's see. Catch on here again sometime. Oh, awesome. Well, here, before you go, let's check out this pho. Ooh, yum. I love it. Yep, it's not as clear as I want it to be, but it's okay. Bye, Alex. I can't wait for you to make me knife. This will be awesome. I would totally use it. I would use it over here. All right, let's see. Tripe. I wanted to show you guys tripe. Okay, so I have it. I have pieces already cut up. Hold on a second. I need to get a different. Okay, so I have some pieces already cut up. So they're like little noodle pieces like this. See, like little noodle pieces. But this is what really it looks like. Yeah, it's pig intestines, and I'm gonna cut up a couple because I don't wanna freak you guys out or anything. But you literally just take a piece, and where's my knife? And just cut it out like this, smaller pieces. So what it does, it creates like little noodle pieces. So tripe, making tripe, and you just gotta boil it. So this is a longer piece right here, and then it makes like little noodle pieces. I love tripe. It's good, it's crunchy, it's yummy. Not a lot of people do, but it's okay. That's why I don't put it in a soup. I set it aside in case somebody doesn't like it, doesn't want it. I usually don't tell people that's tripe, but then they're like, oh, that's really tasty, and then I tell them that that's actually pig intestines. Mom, you want to try some tripe?
No.
Okay. Let's put that to the side. Another thing. All right, let's try. Let's try the soup and see what it tastes like. All right, what's going on in here? Mom, everybody saying hi. Xana, very sophisticated taste. Yeah, I have a pretty well developed palate, so throughout the years, because I like to taste different foods, and throughout the years I always curious about like what this food tastes like, what this one, and I tasted, like I tried it out different places. I tried it from Bye TF. Thank you. Yeah, so I tried all kinds of different things in different places and authentic, and I wanted to always to recreate it. And I developed like, okay, I really like this. I really like this certain food or anything else. One thing I would not try is balut. Balut, and I just can't. Balut is a bird still in an egg, like a chicken in an egg, and I just can't. Bye, TF. Okay. Let's do this. Let's see how it looks. Let's see what it tastes like. It's nice, like nice and clear. I don't know if you can guys see it. I'll show it to you later. It's so good. Totally spilling all over my place. This is really good. The only crepe I know how to make is Taiwanese kind with leek, but I do not eat balut either. Yeah, I cannot do balut. You guys, this pho is phenomenal. I don't think I want to add anything more to it. Yeah, no more. All right, so let's see. Let's move you over here, because we're gonna stream it. I mean, like, you actually strain it. That's what I mean. I need pho. You're killing us. All right. Let's see if I can do this for you guys. There you go. Did I lose you? Okay. Nope. I think we got this, right? I'm gonna show off some guns over here in a minute. Would you look at that? And did not even drop anything in there. Boom. All right. Yes, I love it. Let's get some of the bowls. And basically we're gonna get the meats out. Let's see. Stuff so expensive lately. I've been into beans and rice. Yeah, the stuff is really expensive, and That's another reason why I started like really cooking, because the restaurants are expensive. Plus we have a pretty decent household, and going out all the time, going out to the restaurants, it just gets messy. It gets really messy. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just fishing out stuff that we're gonna discard. Like there's ginger, there's onions. I'm just gonna discard all of that. There's more ginger, and before you put ginger and onions in here, you have to broil it. Broil it on high to get like nice brown edges. So here's an onion. As you can tell, it's got like nice little brown core. Let's see. I'm just fishing it out. So I literally learned how to make pho not long ago, because I always love, like I love pho, and it's really hard to, it gets expensive if you want to eat it all the time. And I found this nice little Asian store that you can get all the ingredients for, and for this amount of pho, woo, it was not expensive at all. And I think that's what we're gonna start doing more often. I did make chicken pho one time, so basically all of this we're gonna discard. And now we're just gonna fish out the bones and meat. Let all of the meat and bones cool off, and we're gonna pick the meat off the bones. I always leave oxtails as is because my family likes to. So these are the oxtails. They're cow tails. I like to leave them as is because my family likes to munch on them and like crunch on the bones and everything too. But the other bones, we don't need them. There's nothing left. I do give one to Hazmat to munch on later when he's behaving, when he's really behaving. And what? You boo-boo? Yeah, I'll give you one later when it cools off. Don't worry. So much. Yum. I can't wait to have this. This is gonna be phenomenal. And it just smells so good. And it's a really simple recipe. All it is, I think people get overwhelmed with this because it's time consuming. So that's why people get really overwhelmed with pho, because it is time consuming. Look at all of this meat. Nom, 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 nom. So you want to say hi, Hazzy? Say hi, look. Hold on a second. Hold on. You want a little bone? Hold on, come here. Come here. I'll give you a little piece of meat. Come here. Come here. Sit. Come here. Sit. Sit. Up. Yeah, good boy. Say, I love you. Wait, no. Say, I love you. No, I love you. I love you. I love you. Shh. I love you. Okay, I'll take that. Good boy, Hazzy. Alright. Put you guys over there on the hazmat's level for a little bit. Hazzy! Oh my god, this looks phenomenal. Alright, so after all of this, so I'm gonna let the beef bones kind of sit here, rest for a little bit because they're really hot to touch. And what I do is I take this and I strain the rest of it because there's still liquid left over. Actually no, that's not mushy left over in here. We're just gonna toss this out. And then take this. And just kind of wipe down all the other pieces in here. You see all the like pieces left over. What's this? It got brown up on the bottom. It's weird. Hold on. Yeah, you'll get all the pieces, Hazia. Don't worry, don't worry. All right. So with the beef broth right now, because we have this strained, so we had this strained for larger pieces. So what I do is just take this back in here, let it sit just as is, so that way it doesn't fall into it. And I get a strainer like this one, set it atop. And get the beef. Oh, hold on a second. Basically, you do like a little second straining. I'm just gonna set it this way. I don't know if you guys can see the broth. It's really, really clear. All right. Well, that was a success. I guess I didn't really need it much straining, but as you can tell, there's like little pieces. So what it is you want it to get some impurities out and as much as you want, as much as you can. But it's everybody's preference. You can always leave them if you wanted to. Okay, so this is good to go. We're gonna turn it on very, very low so we don't lose our potency, we don't lose our heat. So we're just gonna let it sit just as is and let the bones rest while I'm prepping all the other ingredients. All right, let's see. You guys have been hanging out with me for a while. That's awesome. Okay, so other ingredients for the pho. Hold on, let me grab a couple of the bowls. Oh, did I lose you? No, still here. What? All right, so we need, there's noodles. Pho has noodles, right? So we're gonna get some water boiling for the noodles. I'm getting water over here. All right. So, I've got over here. Move the stove really fast. Oh yeah, this stove is phenomenal as well. So this is one of my, I'm a huge gas stovetop person. So I'm just absolutely in awe with this one. All right, so the ingredients you have, there's onions, there's bean sprouts. All right, and let's, my spine can't handle it. Aw, break time, gotta sit for a bit. Got 3 hours more washing. Oh, there's a lot of dishes. Broth queen. Thank you. I try to get really good stuff because if you cook so much, you tend to find a lot of dishes, a lot of stuff. I just can tend to like break down on you or just peeling away. So you feel like you spend all this money. Like, okay, well now I spend all of this money and I can't do anything. Hold on just 1 second. I think my phone is about to die, so I'm gonna put you on a charging cord. All right. Did I lose you? Nope. You guys are all good. Okay. So is Melstone's leaving? Night. Oh. Good night. Good night, Mel. I'm gonna post a picture of Pho later on a community tab or on Discord as well. So okay. Please make fun of me. Yes, please make fun of me right now because we could not find, I like my noodles fresh and I could not find a smaller bag of fresh noodles. So I got this big old huge bag. I think we're just gonna have to eat all of that. Hey, random player, see? I think we're just gonna have to eat all of that in one sitting. So this is eat all of these noodles in one sitting type stream. Welcome. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, so you have your basil, green onions, and your bean sprouts. So also for the beef pho, you want to use raw meat to put it into the broth as well, so you can cook it, and it's really good on your pho too. Let's set this aside. Let's put it all in the bowls. You got limes? Yes, I do. I have some. I have a lemon. Yeah, a lemon will do just fine. I don't have limes, but we have a lemon. Lemon's good, right? Okay, let's see. So while all of this is cooking, we're gonna try into this here. All right, so we have tripe. We have some bean sprouts. Gonna make it look really nice, you know. Some bean sprouts. We have raw beef that we're gonna put really nicely, because right now we're just assembling things. Remember, when you're handling raw beef, before you handle anything else, so not to cause contamination, you wash your hands, right? Right, children? The stomach been growling, starting to get hungry. You know, we went from fermenting some things to finishing our pho because the pho's been on the stove for about 4 hours. What, do you want some raw beef, boo-boo? I know you love it. There you go. So this is a really thinly sliced beef because it cooks easier in a really hot broth. So it's perfect. I'm just gonna set aside. I'm not making it for a lot of people. It's just gonna be me for now. And then when Wayne gets home from work, he'll be able to eat it with me as well. And the girls are out and about. So they out tonight. They'll come back to nice, delicious pho later. So see, we got some beef, so we can grab it and put it into our broth. And I'm gonna put the rest of it in the refrigerator. All right, a Ziploc baggie. Where? Don't worry, you're gonna get some too, boo boo. All right, let's see what else. We need onions. Let's do a couple green onions. I like to slice mine up with scissors. So scissors are always essential in the kitchen. Right. Yeah, scissors are always essential. Have you worked in a professional kitchen before? Your techniques are solid. I have not. I really haven't. I did have my mom's best friend. She was a professional chef, so I got to watch her. I got to watch her a lot, actually cooking and making stuff, and I learned a lot when I was in, when I was in high school and after that, every time I get to see her. So like even cutting the onions, I got that from her. Well, the scissors actually, it was a recommendation from Wayne, because he's like, oh, my mom always used scissors. And I was like, wait, what? Use scissors in the kitchen? And he's like, yeah. So after that, I just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna start using scissors. And I have all kinds of different scissors. So I have these are just regular cutting scissors. I have these are herb scissors, so you can cut herbs faster. Just like, right? You can cut your like dillweed, parsley, anything else. You can actually cut onions with this too, but I like the specific texture of the onion rings in my soup, so I'm cutting them sideways. A lot of Taiwanese chefs use scissors for most cooking. Yeah, the scissors are just so convenient to use in the kitchen. You can use a knife and everything, but the scissors, you just cut it right into the bowl. Here. Like straight into the bowl, so you don't have to dirty up another thing where I was getting to the end. Watch all the haters are watching me like, is she gonna cut her finger yet? All right, let's see. And then we're gonna do, so discard, we're just gonna put these right here for now. Basil. Get a couple leaves going. I find it so calming to cook and to make all this stuff and just like kind of get it into the small dishes and everything. And the herb scissors, yes, the herb scissors. Cooking. I want to make some Hawaiian dishes. I really like making loco moco. Done that before with the onion sauce. You put loco moco is a beef patty, and it's got egg on top, and it's got like the onion gravy type sauce. It's so good. All right. Remember, always have to have a clean kitchen. So we have this. Okay, I'm constantly like wiping as I go and everything. Make sure it's not cross-contaminated. Oh, we need lemon. 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 I really need to get better knives. It's always important to put lemon in your pho. I'm gonna set this aside right here. It's gonna be nice and tasty. It's so funny, my cousin, she's still learning English, and one time, because Wayne sent her picture of some food that he made, and she's like, oh, she replied as like, oh, so testy. You mean testy, right? Oh, Spawn is leaving. There goes my stupid Wi-Fi again. Oh, that's okay. Go take your bubble bath. The baths are important. And we'll definitely get you next time. And have like a good meditation time in your bath. Alright. So, we have these and these and these. Let's see this. Okay, so we got tripe, raw beef, some basil, some this, some lemons, and then bean sprouts. We need to pull the meat apart. This water's almost ready for the noodles. Let's see. It's okay, Zena. I have Hanai's sister who calls quizzies testicles. That's so funny. Alright, so we need to pull this beef apart. I'm just gonna discard all the bones. And then Hazi's gonna get some bone too. He's gonna love it. And then this is on low. Ooh, it's kind of getting hot. Oh, Hazi's gonna love this. So what are we doing is just kind of like discarding some bones, pulling off the meat and everything. Oh, my hands are dirty. Now, let's see. So I can see you guys and talk to you while we do this. This is one of those processes, you know, you just gotta do. Oh, you know when? I just like love eating on this soft tissues of this bone. It's phenomenal. But these bones are too big to put it back into the soup, so I wouldn't recommend putting them back in there. So I just get as much off of it as I can, and then leave for the rest of my family to munch on them. All right, let's see. Yeah, you know, the accents are funny because obviously I have an accent. I had a really thick accent. Oh my god. Bone marrow. Oh, it's phenomenal. Yeah, so I had a really thick accent in when I first came to America. It was so funny. So I used to say butts, as in like boots, but they were butts, not boots. They were butts. That's kind of funny. But there's like some other things that I'd say, like church. I was like torch, but you know, you live and learn. You tend to talk to other people, absorb all the other stuff. So these right here, my family loves to munch on these, so I leave them intact as is. So I'm gonna put them back in. Yeah, but the rest of the bigger bones, and I get like all the onions out and stuff, but the bigger bones, I always leave them. I always pick them apart because they're just too big and bulky. And right, let's see this. This is good to go back. Great comment. Butts on the ground. Yep, butts on the ground. That's what it is. Go shine your butts, because we back in the day we used to shine our boots with shoe polish, because we were wearing a black boots. And but actually, you know what? This bone, I can drop it back in. So, and that's why I told my friend, I was like, hey, you want to go shine your butts? She's like, what? Like, yeah, your butts, you know, you want to go shine your butts? She was like, sure? And then she realized it was boots, not butts. I was like, duh, that's what I said, butts. That's kind of funny. What's up, boo-boo? I know you want this. Ooh. You want this piece of bone? Here, I'll give you some of this. Here you go. Good boy. He's so cute. You know what? I can leave this too. Get some meat off of this. When we first got married, I made loco moco for my Hawaii at least once a week for 3 years. I love, wait, Hawaii, that's a wife, right? That's your significant other. I love loco moco. It's so simple. I had a different types of loco moco. Shine our butts. Hey, let's go shine our butts. I had different types of loco moco. Like I had some in Hawaii, I had some in Guam, and then the tastes very similar, but you can tell it's a bit of a little difference. Oh yeah, you can leave this bone in there. Girls would love it. Nice. Okay. Oh yeah, and these are my far bowls. Far bowls. Oh no! Oh no! I dropped you. There you go. Just gonna clean some bowls up. Clean some bowls up. Ha ha ha. That's funny. Yeah, and this, okay, so the last step after this, so I'm just making some bowls clean for when people want to eat. We can have some pho bowls out of pho bowls. So the last step is the noodles. The noodles, and we're gonna assemble, and we're gonna call it quits. All right. Let's see. Let's get a really nice noodle bowl. Let's find the noodle bowl. Actually, this will be good. Okay. So, I'll show you how I make noodles. Let me see if I can put you some place in here. Because there's a trick to making them. Let's see if we can do this. Will this work? Oh, I think this would work. Hopefully I don't drop you. Okay, so there's a trick to making these. So this is boiling, right? We need to get a ladle. Oh shoot. Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me clean this ladle up. Or not the ladle, but the streamer thingy. Alright, so chopsticks. Chopsticks. Some noodles. Let me open these up pretty fast. They're so big. These noodles are so big. I love it. But they're fresh. Fresh to get. Okay, so we got our pho noodles. Streaming, making pho. Hi, you wanna say hi?
Hi.
Hi! Alright, let's see. Oh no, what did I do? I shouldn't have moved you guys because this was like perfect location. Okay, so then you do grab some noodles, let's say about like this much, put them in here, take chopsticks, and then you cook them just like this. Yep, super simple. And that way you don't lose them or anything, and they're like nice. Alright, so when you get a second batch, let's see. Oh, that's stuck. Yep, so. Oh, nice. You like the music? He's actually Wayne's gonna start streaming a little bit more too. Yeah, so it's gonna start streaming on Twitch and YouTube. You know, just something play, something different, something to occupy his musical brain. All right, so these are done. So what I like to do, right? So these noodles are done. So what I like to do, I like to add a little bit of fat that you skim off from the top of the broth and add it to the noodles. See if you can skim it. So instead of like adding any oils or anything, you just add a little bit to the noodles. So that way they don't stick together. Yeah, these are already kind of sticking together. Oh. Yeah, so get like a little fat of here. It's okay if there's liquid too. So I'll just add it to the noodles. There we go. And then there it is. Okay, so I think I'm ready to assemble it. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can put you guys over here so that you can see the ball of assembly. Yeah, Hazi's whistling because Hazi wants some food. All right. I need to have a higher, let's see. All right, so first what I do, now let me see if we can fix this a little bit differently. Can you see it? It has my whistle. All right, perfect. I love it how it's like 7 people watching it. It's awesome. All right, so raw beef first, because you want to cook it, right? Because your thing is hot. You put raw beef in here, like whatever, as many chunks as you want. I'm good with this. Then you take some broth. Well, let me go put some broth in here. Oh, little. Where are you? Oh, my drawers are such a mess. All right, let me go put some broth. So as you can see, the broth is already cooking the meat. Delish. Alright, so, and then, right, then I add tripe to it to warm it up, right? Then I add some bean sprouts, lemon. You can add like jalapeno peppers or anything, but I'm not a, like, I like jalapeno peppers, but I really like the taste of my pho, so I feel like it's ruining, just like this. Don't forget the noodles, because I forgot my noodles. All right. Here you go. And then I add hoisin sauce and chili paste. So let's see. Hoisin sauce, where are you? Doesn't it look amazing? All right, let's see. Okay. So I add hoisin sauce, right? Hoisin sauce. And then the chili paste. It's a garlic chili paste. Let's see. So it looks like our meat already cooked. Let me see if I can fish it out. Oh, let's add a little bit more broth to it. Ooh, that's a big bowl. That's a lot of food. Chili paste. Ooh, it's too much chili paste. All right, some chili paste and hoisin sauce. Hoisin sauce is like a little sweeter, on the sweeter on the side. And then you can also like to the broth, you can add sugar if you want. I don't usually add sugar because we usually eat our broth with hoisin sauce, and it's already pretty sweet. So let's see, some hoisin sauce, and voila. All right, let me see, I assemble it. I'll take a picture of it later. Here you go. Voila. Yeah? Let's taste it. That's so good. That's so good. I love it. All right, well, woo, you guys are getting all over the place over here. Okay, so thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm gonna go enjoy this pho, and it's absolutely wonderful, delicious, and it was like a lot of fun to actually cooking with all of you, Pigeon. You're always sticking around through the longest streams ever. It's 2 hours and 10, so we did some fermenting, we made some pho. Hazi's gonna get some bones later on, so I'm just gonna go and enjoy this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Pigeon. You're awesome. Bye.